We're here with the 27, and as promised in my last video, a full 3-lap live demonstration of this, the Formula Vintage Generation 1 Model 1, based in a very large part off of Colin Chapman's famous Lotus 49, made famouser by its driver Jim Clark. According to the Cars of AMS2 website, this thing had a V8 capable of producing 400 horsepower, but only weighed 1,300 pounds. It is simply a driver, a can of fuel, a steering wheel, and mostly just engine. I thought it the perfect time to try a livery design concept that has been on my mind for a while. Any World War II history fan would know what this is, but for those that don't, it's based off of a famous World War II fighter squadron known as the Flying Tigers. But more importantly, we're going to be featuring Monza, the one with the banking, to showcase how amazing this combo can be. We'll be discussing the car a little bit and offering some setup suggestions, but if you're lazy, I'll be providing a build for you that is capable of hitting 200 miles per hour without the draft. Enjoy. Alright folks, here we are with the Formula Vintage G1 M1, the Flying Tiger Edition. I'm here at Monza, the one with the full course, 10 kilometers, that high banked oval. Let's give it a go. Go, nice start. I haven't driven any Formula Vintage up until the laps that I've pulled on this just recently. I did some setup work. Unfortunately, it is required for this. I would not run defaults here. You're going to lose simply because the gearing's off, and also because you're going to die on the ovals if you don't do at least some things. Second Lesmo. So there's, with these historic tracks, the cool thing is like there's some familiarity to it, but it feels like a whole different track. And indeed, they actually changed the names. And I didn't know this. The original layout doesn't have like the Lesmo and Parabolica. Here's Parabolica. Surprisingly a slow corner here. Getting it straightened out so I can get a nice head start for the oval section. Here it comes, baby. The oval for the first time for you. Perhaps. Let's shift there. STP in my veins, bro. Alright. There really isn't a trick to oval work. You just got to keep the car nice and steady. The trick to oval work is not crashing into other people around you. So the key is to try to keep a consistent lane. But and that's more difficult than you think. Now, the thing that made you survive the oval with the Vintage was some ride height changes. Here's the second part. Wow. Try to stay low here. Hug the yellow line as best you can. You're going to want to max out the rear ride height, and then there's a centrifugal force coming out of the oval there. Yeah, you're going to want to max the rear ride height. I think min front ride height, I'm getting to 324 kilometers per hour, and this is the fastest part of the track until you hit the brakes right there. Probably over braked. These kinds of cars, you're kind of balancing between oversteer and understeer all the time. The key is to get into that corner nice, get a nice corner going there. And you might want to brake earlier than you probably think, and then accelerate out. This car has a V8 in it, so it's not a slouch. And these tires aren't the grippiest things in the world, so you're kind of dancing. I've never driven this earlier in the earlier iterations. I think I might have dabbled in it once. Probably didn't like it very much. These overblown signs are something else, man. Back before TV, so the signs, people actually had to see them. car out. Come on. There we go. She's dancing now. Tires look okay. Good heat balance. I mean, it's not really a big concern with these types of all-weather slicks or whatever you call them, radials. At least they're not bias ply. All right. Lovely banking. Just love this stuff, man. No emergency crews to be found. This reminds me a little bit like Speed Racer. And I guess if you did go off the track, and I did a couple of times, it's kind of like an adventure. Enter high, get down to the low part of the track, use gravity as much as you can. Yeah, man, we are cooking. 321, 322. Braking hard, downshift 2 gears. Accelerate. Don't forget to shift. This car is really actually a lot of fun here, and I've been hearing a lot of good things about this car, particularly here. So I wanted to give it a go, and man, oh man, it didn't disappoint. Oh baby, okay. Second Les Mo. Not the cleanest, but not too bad. I think I maintained the momentum. The relative's not dropping too much. Actually, it is kind of dropping. Oh boy, gotta clean that up. Slight tap of the brakes, downshift, accelerate. Please, there you go. I gained the time right back right there. Gulf. Late on the brakes, maybe by about 10 to 15 meters. Actually, it didn't really hurt my relative time there. I'm actually kind of surprised. Maybe the harder braking and the sharper turn. All right, here comes the banking section for the last time. Yeah, this is radical, man. In VR, this is amazing. The trees overhanging. I know I'm driving this in midday, but can you imagine this with rain or, you know, late in the day with the sun going down and the shadows cascading? No fans in this section, guys. I guess they I guess they didn't want them to see the blood. Oh wow, so that's an amazing drive. This track is just made for this car, man. Oh my gosh, this is really a lot of fun. Putting the livery together was a lot of fun too. Flying Tiger edition. Anyway, that's the Formula Vintage G1 M1. I do have not quite a custom default build that's good for all tracks, but this one requires something a little bit different. So I am going to put a build at the end of the video, and I hope you enjoy it. It'll make it competitive at Monza for sure. Have fun, guys. Take care.